This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, in today's session, we're going to discuss about uh, pandas merging, joining, and concatenating. Okay. Uh, yeah. In today's session, we're going to discuss about only merging part alone. The remaining joining and concatenating we'll see in the later session. Now, pandas data frame already know is two-dimensional size mutable data frame, and then it can potentially can able to hold the heterogeneous tabular data structure. Heterogeneous means you can have the int, you can have the float, okay, you can have the different data types in the pandas data frame, as well as the pandas data frame having the labeled axis. The labeled axis going to a row label and column labels. If you don't give any row label, it will treat 0, 1, 2, 3, the int value as the labels, and then column labels will treat as column names. Okay, it's going to be a two-dimensional data structure. Data is going to align the tabular fashion in terms of rows and columns, as well as we can use join, merge, and concatenate data frames using different methods. If you want to do the merge, you can use merge API, and if you want to perform some joins, can use join API, and then if you want to concatenate, you can use the concatenate API to do the joining, merging, and concatenating different data frames. You can have more than one data frame, and then you can concatenate, you can join, or you can able to merge. You can do all these kind of things in this pandas data frame. Now, in today's session, we're going to discuss about only the merging part. Okay, merging part. In merging, if you have two different data frames, for example, if you have two different data frames, you can merge those data frames by performing various joins. Like Pandas, totally four joins supported. One is left join, right join, and then inner join and outer join. Inner join is a default join. Inner join is a default join. If you want to use left join, you can use left right join, and then full outer join you can use, and then you can use inner join is to use. Inner join you can use. Okay. Pandas have options for high performance in memory merging and combine. In memory merging and joining. Okay. In terms of performance wise, okay, if you use a merge and join, it will be very faster. That's why I said it's a high performance in memory. Memory wise, it can able to merge and join these data frames. When we need to combine a large data frames, okay, for example, we have huge of data, the two data frames you have to merge. Okay, at the time you can go for this merge APIs to join those two data frames. Okay. Okay, and then if you want to do some joins, you can use join API to do the left joins and as well as right joins. It is if you are using API like merge API, join API, better to use the keys. Based on the keys, you can able to join the two data frames. The key should have a unique values. That key should not contain any duplicates. Okay. Merge API is going to the entry point for all standard database join operations between the data frame objects. Okay, and then I already said there are four basic ways to handle the joins. You can use inner join, left join, as well as right join, and outer join. Depends on the requirements. You can use inner joins to join the data. Now, what I'm going to do, I have two data frames. You can able to see the joins folder. One is employee A and employee B. I have two different data sets. If I open this data set, you can able to see the column labels. You can see employee ID is going to be a unique ID for this data frame. And then we have first name, last name, email, phone number, and hire date, job ID, and salary, commission PCT, and manager ID and department ID. You can able to see this employee ID 190, 190, and 200, and then we have various employee IDs. So you will need unique ID. Now next we're going to take this employee B data set. In the employee data set, you can see 198 and 199. You can able to see uh, 198, 199, 200, 201. Okay, these four records implied match with the B data set. If you put inner join, only these four records from the left table and right table selected in the inner join, and then you can see the records. Okay, we are going to form the four joins: left join, outer join, and then right join, and then going to be full join. By default data frame, Pandas data frame, it will support the inner join. Okay, these are the two different data sets I have. Now I'm going to create a data frame. Just close it. Just come to your workspace. Now you can able to create tf4 equal to pd dot read csv. Okay, escape sequence. In the escape sequence, you can provide the path. Just copy and then paste it as, yeah, and then you can rename. Okay, control C and then make it .csv, and then you can create one more data frame df5 read csv, and then you can use escape sequence. Okay, just yeah, you can use escape sequence, and then you can provide the path, make it as employee b.csv, employee b.csv. Okay, now you can able to filter the records. If you want to see the shape, you can see the shape. 10 rows, 11 columns. Okay, and then you can click the shape. You can see 8 rows, 11 columns, and then just filter the first 5 records, and then df5 dot head, df5 dot head. You can see the first 5 records from the both data frames. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to use the merge API. Okay, I already took this documentation. Let's see this merge documentation. Just what you have to do, you have to perform, you have two data frames. You can use df1 dot merge df2, and then how attribute you have to provide right. Right means you can provide right join. If you provide left, you can provide the left join. Okay, these are the joins you can provide. What the merge will do, it will update the contents of the two data frames by merging them together. You already know what's the meaning of merge. Okay, you're going to update the content to data frame, merging them together as a single data frame. Going to take all the two data frames, and then whatever joins are applied, it's going to apply the joins logic, and then finally it's going to merge as a single data frame. That is the use of merge method. It's going to update the contents of two data frames. Okay, and then you can able to see the various attributes present in the merge API. Okay, if you have to use, you can use on how, using the how attribute, you can provide left or right. It can be a inner joiner. Inner join means you have to provide inner. Okay, and then out full join means you can provide full. Okay, these are the values you can pass to the attributes of how. First one, what I'm going to do, just I have the two data frames, df4 and df5. I'm going to use merge API. Okay, just take result field equal to df4 dot merge. Okay, just tab merge and then pass. If you are not aware of the attribute, just use shift tab. It will say which one is to be right. df4 is left, df4 is left, and then you can make like df5 as right. Okay, you can do like this way, or you can do like this way. pd dot merge In that you can provide the two data
DF4.
frames. Yeah, you can provide the two data frames df4 comma df5. Okay, and then you have to pass one more attribute. Okay, that's what they
How?
mention as left. That's what they mention
Yeah.
as left data frame is df4. Right is df5 data frame. You can do in this way, or you can try like this way. df4 dot merge and then df5. In this way also you can able to do. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to take pd dot merge. In the merge, I'm going to pass the left data frame should be a df4 df4 and right should be a df5, and then if you do not right should be shift tab, and then what you have to do in the how attribute you have to process string. That string if you are default, it's if you're not giving anything, it's going to take the inner join as a default one. Okay, now how I'm going to use how attribute. In that I'm going to provide single quotes is going to be inner join, and then yeah, and then you have to provide the on attribute. On means you have to pass the key. Okay, you have to pass the key in which based on the key only you can perform the joins. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the on attribute. Now the employee is my unique key, unique ID for this to, both data frames. You can use the on employee ID, and then what we have to do, yeah, 1 minute, yeah, and then you provide the left on, which label should be a left on. Okay, you can provide the label name as well. Okay, and then right on, and then you can provide what are the attributes available. Okay, if you want to sort, if you want to sort in ascending order, you can give sort equal to true. Okay, and then you can provide suffix as well. Suffix means because both data frame column names are same, both data frame column names are same. If you perform some inner join, you will get the left data frame and right data frame. Okay, while displaying default, it will give the suffixes. For left data frame, it will give you underscore x. For right data frame, it will give the underscore y as suffix. Okay, default will happen. No need to provide anything. Just you can do just to execute this thing. Now you can provide the, you can call the result. Now you can able to see default what happened, because though you perform inner join, you're going to get the both data frames, left data frame as well as right data frame. For left data frame, you get the suffixes underscore x. Able to
Yes.
see, and then
Yeah.
right data frame you can able to see the underscore y. Okay, now you can able to see in left data frame I have around 190, 190, 200, 201. You're also having 190, 200, 201, but the 107 is not matched. Okay, whichever records get matched, I will get this in the join. Whichever records are common in both data frame, that will match and then produce a result. It gives the entire left as well right. That is I think, but yeah, inner join. Okay, you might have a question. If I want to uh, join for multiple data frames, what I can do? Yeah, you can do one thing. You can change axis equal to 1. Okay, and then in place equal to true, and then store the result in one data frame, and then you take this data frame and then take another data frame, and then you again can do merge, and then you can do all kind of joins. Okay, you can do all this thing. You can do one by one. You can take one two data frames. After producing the result, you can place in place equal to true, convert into data frame, and then take the data frame, and then take one more data frame, and then perform joins. Like this, you can perform multiple joins using the Pandas data frame. It's one of the highly performance in memory processing. You can able to handle the huge data sets in this Pandas data frame. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do? Okay, I did the inner join. 1 minute. Okay. What we can do? Yeah, you might have another question as well. How to merge data frame using multiple join keys? Merge data frame using multiple join keys. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll perform all kind of joins. Then we'll go to this topic. I'll insert cell below. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? going to take this thing. I'm going to change only one thing, like I'm going to take how equal to left. How equal to left. Now what will happen? We're going to get the result for. We're going to get the result for left joins. We're going to get the result for this left join. Okay. Totally contains 10 records and 20 columns. Now, if you want to provide right join, what do you have to change? Just make
Right.
right. That's it. Okay. And then you can able to see these records are not matched. Okay, that's what you're getting NN values. Okay. And then you have seen inner join, left join, and then what's another join? Outer join, full outer. Okay, outer. Yeah. Now you can able to see all the records. This is a full outer join actually. You're getting 14 rows, 20 columns. This is a full outer join. Okay. You will get both the left data frame as well as right data frame. It's nothing but a full outer join. Now, the requirement is merge data frame using multiple join keys. How to merge data frame using multiple join keys. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the key as a list. I'm going to pass key as a list. Okay, you can make result underscore one. Okay, equal to pd dot merge. Okay, in that you can pass what data frame name df3. Yeah, df4 and df5. df4 is going df5. Now this time what I'm going to do, df4 comma df4, sorry, df5 comma df4. Now I'm not giving any how attribute. What join will perform? I'm not
Inner.
giving any how at inner join. Okay. Now it will treat df5 as a left data frame, df4 as right data frame, because left whatever you're giving first one is you're going to left data frame, and right data frame base other is going to perform the inner joins. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a how attribute. Where is how attribute? How attribute, and then I'm going to perform some right joins. Okay, right join, and then what are that on key? Okay, on attribute, in that I'm going to pass multiple keys. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take employee ID and 1 minute. Whichever column is unique column that going to be treated as key column. Here I'm not able to see any. Yeah, manager also having duplicates. Salary column also having duplicates, and then job ID also having duplicates, and then yeah, okay, let it be. I will take job ID column. Though you have duplicates, I know. Anyhow, I will take this multiple key columns. Okay, employee ID and job ID. Employee ID, comma. You have to mention in single quotes. Employee ID, comma. Job ID, right? Job ID. 1 minute. Employee ID, comma, job ID. Yeah, you have to pass single quotes. Okay. Now, how we get attribute on condition. Then, yeah, let's see. Use shift tab, and then you can check. Okay, indicator. Okay, yeah, I'm going to sort some values. Yeah, sort equal to true. Okay, now, yeah, just we call the result underscore one. Now you can able to see I using multiple join keys based on the employee ID and job ID. It's doing the right join because DF4 is having around how many records? DF4 is having uh, around 10 records. That 10 records is displayed. Whichever value is not matched, it's giving the not a value, not a number. Okay, NN means not a number. This is how you can use multiple join keys to perform the joins, and then based on the join keys, I'm trying to sort the data. Okay, fine. What's the next requirement I can show to you? Okay, I can show. Yeah, I showed this various data frames. 1 minute, 1 minute. Now you have to understand the difference. You have to understand the difference. For example, if we are doing the right join, if you are doing the right join, what will happen? You will get the in right table. What are the records you have? You will get the entire records as well as whichever is not matched. You will get your null values as per data frame. What happened? As per the data frame, you will get the not a number. Okay, this is how it will happen, and then you can able to see suffix as well. You can see the which suffix you can see for the left data frame getting x and right data frame getting the y. Okay, now 1 minute.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, now I'm going to show how to use a joins. Okay, in order to join a data frame, we can use a join function. Okay, used to combine the columns of uh, two potentially different index data frames into a single result data frame. What I'm saying to you, if I use join functions API used to combine the columns of two potentially differently indexed, means even though the key column is a different index column, okay, it can whichever column gets matched, then you can able to join the two data frames into a single result data frame. That is the use of joins. Now same thing you can use. I already said to you, if you are not using any how attribute, it's going to be it's going to
Join by default.
so inner join. Okay, result underscore 2 equal to df4 dot join, and then you can make it as df5. df5, let's see, df4 dot join dot df5. What's the problem here? Columns overlap but no suffix specified. Okay, okay, you have to provide something, right? Okay, 1 minute. The index is going to be employee ID column or first name column or last name column or going to be a employee column, right? Okay, I didn't set index for this column, right? Yeah, what mistake I did is till now for my data frame I have not specified the index. That's the problem. Without index you can't able to perform some joins. Okay, if you are specifying some index, no need to give join key column. If you are not specifying the index as a data frame, then you have to specify how on key equal to index column. Okay, now what I have to do, df4 dot set index. In the set index you have to specify the employee id for the both data frames you have to do, and then for df5 also you have to set the indexes employee id. Just make df5. Okay, now let it be. Now you can able to see we have set the index for the both data frames. Okay, 1 minute. You can set the index for both data frames. It's for df4, then this for df5. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the result underscore 3 equal to df4 dot join df5. Okay, what happened? So in this column, right? Right. But no suffix specified. Yeah, I said the employee ID column is index column. Okay, I'm trying to do without the on key. Okay, because it has to take the default and inner join. That's what I given df4 dot join of df5. I given this column is index column. Let's see. Employee column is index column for df5. For df column is going to be employee is going to index column, and then yeah, for df file is going to be the index column. Why it's not happening here? Index column should be employee ID or first name or going to last name, email, phone number. Okay, let's try on this way. I'll give on attribute equal to I will take this time job ID as a key, join key. Oh my god. We are trying to merge an object on in 64 columns. If you wish to proceed, you should use PD to concatenate. I'm trying to do any merge over here. 1 minute. df4 dot join of df5. Okay, okay, got it, got it, okay, okay. How equal to for df4 I have some different index 191, 200, 201, 203, 204, 205, 20600. Right.
This conference will now be recorded.
Now what happened here when trying to do some joins, you can able to see columns overlap but no suffix specified because in the both data frames having same column next and index column also having same column name. Employee is going to index column. Now I want to provide some suffix here. Suffix means if you use shift tab, it will give various attributes. You can add the left suffix or right suffix. Left table if you want to add suffix, you can use left suffix. For the right data frame you want to add suffix, you can use right suffix. Okay. Now what I going to do? I going to add for the left suffix. Okay, L suffix. Left means left data frame suffix equal to I'm going to add underscore x. And then I'm going to provide how means what are the join types I want to provide. I want to provide some left joins. Yeah, just hit result underscore 3. Now you can able to see 10 records. What are the left table has? Enter records came here. Whichever record gets matched with the right, whichever I will get the entire left records. Okay. Now, if you change a right, whichever records match the left table will appear in the right data frame. Okay, this is how you can able to achieve some joins. I'm going to continue the join session tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to discuss about how to do the concatenation as well as how to do joins, and then when we have to use merge, when we have to use joins, and when we have to do concatenation for different scenarios. I'm going to give some real time examples. Okay, as of now, I'm signing off this session.